Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
I think we have got our technical issues resolved, and it only took us a few minutes here. Gotta love live radio, live broadcast. Hey, Jay, how you liking that one, buddy? We're having a little bit of fun with our radio broadcast, but we are back up and running. Hopefully, you can hear me now. If you give me a thumbs up, Jay, text me. Let me know if you're hearing us. So you gotta love live radio. Isn't it fun? Isn't it? Kathleen and I were just chatting about this before we got started, that every once in a while we have fun things like this happen. So it is just one of those things. I guess I should get back and introduce our featured guest today. Kathleen Garito, KG Designs, is in the house with us. Welcome. I think I got your mic turned on now.
Thanks, Ron.
Glad to have you with us. Little excitement for a Monday morning. We try to keep things live and rolling. But let's check and see what's going on now. I guess we should still celebrate today, even though we have a little bit of technical difficulties. I have a little less hair. Didn't have a whole lot of it to start with. But Jay, is your hearing back going with us now? I'm hoping that you can hear us now. But let's check and see if we have a celebration of today. Lobster Newburgh Day. I'll take Lobster Newburgh any day, especially on a day when we've got all kinds of fun going on with our broadcast. I don't know why that's even still sitting there, but we're still having. I wonder why my camera is doing funny stuff on me today. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out what's going on with the camera now too. So it keeps going on and off. So hopefully we'll be able to keep that rolling and see what's going on now with our camera system. You love it. Lobster Newburgh Day, so I'll have one of those. I might even have a vodka first thing in the morning. How about a martini at 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m.? Dow Jones Industrial Average, it's been a rocky road this morning, up 13.62. Oil, 58.99, down 5 cents a barrel. Let's look at the markets. And here's one that nobody's talking about. I'm going to share this with you because nobody wants to share this information in the marketplace. I will be the first one to share this with you. Check this out. The 10-year Treasury, everybody knows it's at 2.428 right now, still falling. Why is it falling? What is happening? Well, here's the issue. Take a look at what's going on in Germany. You've got a negative interest rate in Germany. Their 10-year bond is paying minus 0.017. Now, do you think in a global world, a global economy, people are worried about putting their money into a place where they can get negative interest in Germany, or would they bring their money over to the United States and put their money into our 10-year bond? Well, if they put their money in our 10-year bond, that ends up increasing the price of the bond, which decreases the interest rate. Take a look at the UK. They're getting almost 1%. Theirs is negative 0.989 right now. Japan is negative 0.85. So you have Germany, the UK, and Japan all giving you a negative interest rates. Think about that. I think the people want to put their money in the US instead of those places. Wouldn't you think that would be the logical explanation for this? I'm just going to throw that out there. So we're going to watch that one for you as well. We're also going to check and see what are the mortgage-backed securities doing, right? We watch that all the time because we need to know, should we be locking in your interest rate? Should we be holding on your interest rate? What should we be doing? Well, the Fannie Mae 30-year mortgage-backed security bond, that is up 2 basis points, which means interest rates are down just a little bit, not a whole lot, not enough to talk about, not enough to worry about. So we're not going to really pay attention there. The bottom line there is we can keep watching that and not have to worry where that market is going because it doesn't seem to be moving a whole heck of a lot. Big news of the weekend, obviously, was the release Friday night of the Mueller probe. Now, you've probably heard all kinds of things about that already, the witch hunt and Adam Schiff, the chairman of the Lack of Intelligence Committee. Just think about some of the issues going on there. But the things that, that I find fascinating, I am, and Jay, don't get too excited about this one, but you'll probably agree that I am just a little bit warped. Maybe some people think I am a lot warped. But what would I be looking at when I look at that report? Well, I did look at the concept here. Elizabeth Warren wants the entire report released. Now, there's nothing to be done with it, so why would you want to go to the idea of release the entire report? It goes all back to the same things that Elizabeth Warren really has no clue what she's talking about, right? By statute, you can't release the entire report because there's grand jury testimony in there. You can't release that. That's against the law. There's other people in there that have testified, and why would you want to ruin their reputations? Just a thought right there. But the part that I found fascinating was looking at $25.2 million is what we spent on that. $25.2 million. 12.9 worth of indirect spending is part of that probe. We're looking at 19 lawyers who were assisted by 40 FBI agents, intelligence analysts, forensic accountants, staff, rent, 2,800 subpoenas, 500 search warrants, 230 orders for communications records, 13 requests to foreign governments for evidence, and interviewed 500 witnesses. All of that to get to a point that says, no, there's nothing here. Couldn't they have done that? I would have done it for half the price. I don't know. I'm just a unique individual. I also get a little bit warped. And on a different note, completely different note, I was listening to a broadcast over the weekend, and I found something fascinating. I am definitely one of the warped people in the world, but Kathleen, you may want to pipe in on this one for me.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Now Kathleen does a lot of design work, interior design work, homes. But it is a Kohler bath, what do they call it? A Kohler dual flush intelligent toilet with a skirted trapway and a premium remote control.
Mm-hmm.
$7,000.
Yeah, 7,000, 5,000. They make all different kinds. Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, for a toilet? I don't know. I don't understand a lot of these things, but I mean, how do you get a remote control toilet? Does it, I don't know what you're just supposed to do with that.
I haven't seen the remotes. But...
25% discount right now. It's $10,400 is the list price. You can buy one today for $7,800. Here's some of the features of it. It's got a toilet seat. You don't have to buy an extra one. It has a streamlined one-piece toilet with integrated cleansing, elongated bowls for extra room and comfort. You can't make this up. Height feature offers chair height seating that makes sitting down and standing up easier for most adults. Motion activated, hands-free opening and closing of the seat and cover. Advanced cleansing functionality with self-cleaning wand. I don't even want to go there. Adjusted heat, adjusted seated seat and foot warmer.
And they have LED lights.
LED lights inside. I don't even know. I want to know what we're examining from the inside, but that 1.28 gallons per flush. Okay, I think we got some better things to talk about. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, your tax refund is the key to home ownership. We're going to talk about staging a house. How can you stage a house if you have an online agent? I want to figure that one out. Smart ways to use your tax return. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. On Twitter @Ron Siegel. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a few.
Are you earning
Earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investment? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Did you know that banks and credit bureaus are rewarded financially if you have bad credit? And the worse your credit score is, the more money they can make off of you? How does that make you feel, knowing that banks are getting rich off of your hard-earned money? How does it make you feel, knowing that if a bank or a credit bureau makes a mistake on your credit report, they benefit from it and it hurts you? The Fair Credit Report Act of 1971 requires banks and credit bureaus to report only accurate information, and nearly 100% of all credit reports are inaccurate. If you're sick and tired of being broke and tired of being robbed by the banks, you owe it to yourself and to your family to call Rondi. Rondi is a FICO certified credit professional and has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt and establish great credit. Rondi's number is 855-608-1990. Again, that's 855-608-1990, or visit creditsanitizer.com. Again, that website is creditsanitizer.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission. Lending partners will give a credit at closing. The title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends over at Gold Star Mortgage when you're ready for that next mortgage. Gold Star has the programs and the products for you. They're the only ones I know of with the Fast Pass loan approval, saving you $10,000 to $50,000 potentially in the purchase of your new home. What is happening in the markets today? Been a bit of a seesaw day when you're looking at the markets today. We're looking right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average down, up 40 points. It was up, it was down. It's all over the place. S&P 500 is down 1.12 right now. 10-year Treasury down 3 basis points to 2.428. If you've been thinking about refinancing a house, that's the number that's going to be driving the market. So I would suggest getting in on that right away. If you're trying to get rid of that mortgage insurance, that might be a good idea as well. And we're looking at the mortgage-backed securities. They are down a little bit as well. But here's the issue right now. As I share with you all the time, you don't need me to give you all that information that you can already find over with our friends at that super secret website, google.com. Right? What you want to know is why are they doing what they are doing? And it's a pretty quiet news day when it comes to the financial markets. Later in the week, though, it's going to be busy. We've got a ton of housing data, the Fed's favorite measure of inflation. That would be personal consumption expenditures. There'll also be some auctions this week. to be interesting, especially because inversion has already started. That means that there are some of the longer maturities are giving a yields as opposed to the shorter maturities. Generally, the shorter maturity is going to have one yield, longer is going to have a different yield. But right now we're seeing the 2-year treasuries at 2.31, the 5 years at 2.24. It should be higher. That generally tells us that there's a recession coming. But again, I shared with you in the last segment a little bit about what's happening in overseas markets. That can be giving us some of the guidelines. We're going to watch this as the week progresses. Right now, what you need to know is take advantage of the market. When you can take advantage of the market, that's what you want to do. Go out there. You can always refinance multiple times. But if the market starts going up, you might be out of luck. Take advantage of it now while you can. Give me a call at 800-306-1990. I'll put you in touch with our friends at Gold Star. See what we can find out that makes sense for you. I have a conversation this morning. Kathleen Garito is in the house, KG Designs, to do staging and interior work.
Yes, I do. We do commercial, residential, and home staging.
Commercial, residential, and home staging. Okay, so you guys get it all. Tell me, you know, I always love here. What fascinates me is storytelling. Right? And some of the most outlandish things you've been able to do or see. Now, you told me during the break that you had installed one of those $7,000 toilets.
Correct.
You obviously know a lot more about the $7,000 toilet than I do. But do you have any really exciting, outlandish projects that you've done that would be maybe we'll have to get back to you on that one later in the broadcast. But you know, I just love those things. To me, are always a fascination, right? Because what people want, you know, what would motivate somebody to want a $7,000 toilet, other than the fact that they can?
Well, it's kind of like the $15,000 shower installment we did.
$15,000 shower, okay.
So a lot of people are into self-healing. They're into chromotherapy, which is color healing. And
color healing?
yeah, so there's colors that appear up on the ceiling through a shower head. And then there are exactly 8 shower heads and fully surround sound for their music. And that's what sometimes clients want. This one particular one wanted that toilet in addition to the shower. So, and he's very technical, so likes all the technology part.
Does he sing in the shower too, I wonder? Right? I mean, you look at some of these things, you say, okay, well, my wife might want that, so she wouldn't hear me singing in the shower. That would might be an area there, but you just wonder sometimes,
it's technology,
right?
But it comes with a cost. So,
and you know, something, if you can afford it, why not do it? I mean, you can't take it with you, right? I mean, so when you're out talking to individuals about the idea of staging a spectrum, I guess before we go too far, for those of us that are neophytes, what is staging? I mean, I think about a movie production.
And that's exactly what it is. It's
really?
It's kind of like when you go to sell a car, you wouldn't sell it dirty. You want it detailed. You want it beautiful before you show it.
Okay.
So we're setting the stage. We usually have an empty shell if they're vacant. And so what we have to do is space plan properly and also know our demographics and put the right stuff in the right house so that our buyers can emotionally attach themselves to that space.
So if it's a place over in Leisure World, you're going to put in avocado green carpeting so they're happy?
Absolutely not. I'm telling you about the baby boomers and those clients, because I work with a lot of them.
Okay.
They're about clean lines, very modern, beautiful. They're not into the avocado back in the 60s. No, it's very modern. So
let me ask you this part, because you mentioned clean lines, and I'm going to be the first to admit that I have absolutely no taste. Right? If you told me that green wall over there is what it's supposed to be, I'd agree with you, because I mean, I know nothing. And I was in a house recently. I went through a walkthrough, and they had those, I think it's like a 24-inch tile, but they were all put in diagonally.
That's old.
That's old.
Yeah.
Okay.
24 by 24s we're not using anymore. We're doing more rectangular forms.
Okay.
We're either putting them horizontal or vertical. We're laying them with straight lines, not subway, which means every other line has a different line.
Okay.
We're just laying them stacking them straight up. So it's just real minimal, real clean.
Interesting. Okay. So I'm already outdated.
So the 25 by 24, I don't spec out anymore.
Okay.
It's just, and on the diagonal, true, in a small space, if you do it on the diagonal, it appears that the space will look larger. So a lot of people will do that, but they won't use a 24 by 24 if it's a small space. They'll use maybe an 18-inch.
Gotcha. Okay. So now you said, like, I see those long plank things. Is that what they're replacing with?
Are you talking about the vinyl, or are you talking about the ceramic?
You're talking to the guy that doesn't know what end of a screwdriver to use.
Okay, so a lot of people use the porcelain, tile, which looks like wood.
Okay.
But there's a great product out there right now that I am using, regardless if it's $500,000 to a $5 million house. And we're laying the old vinyl, but the vinyl now looks like wood planks. And it's great here in Southern California because we have so much water damage all the time, right? But this stuff just lifts up, you dry it up, you put it back down. You don't need to replace $15,000 of flooring. And it's usually like $3-4 a square foot.
So you're using vinyl instead of the ceramic or wood?
Yeah, it's my top pick right now. I talk every client into it, and they cannot believe. If you install it the right way with a nice pad underneath it, it looks beautiful.
So you're putting vinyl down with a pad?
Yeah.
Wow. So, when we come back, I want to chat with you a little bit about what the lifespan is of some of these things, right? I mean, do I have to change my flooring every 2-3 years? I mean, because
you shouldn't. Yeah.
We'll talk about it when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, more with interior designing, staging to sell your house for more, tax refund, the key to home ownership, smart ways to use that tax refund. We got a lot to chat about, but we will be getting to all of it. You can reach me anytime. Our operator number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you, but the replay will be available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender. Licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990, the real-time real estate segment today, being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. According to data released by the Internal Revenue Service, Americans can expect an estimated average refund of $3,143 this year when filing their taxes. This is down slightly from an average refund of $34.36 last year. Tax refunds are often thought of as quote-unquote extra money that can be used toward larger goals. For anyone looking to buy a home in 2019, this can be a great jumpstart toward a down payment. I put out a map earlier today on our social media channels showing the average tax refund Americans received last year by state. Believe it or not, California was right on target at $3,439. As a country, $3,436. Many first-time buyers believe that a 20% down payment is required to qualify for a mortgage. Programs from FHA, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae all allow for down payments as low as 3%. Veterans Affairs loans, how about a zero down payment? Think about that. So if you started your down payment savings with your tax refund this year, think about how close you may already be to getting that money or getting that new house. And it's a lot better than getting a new car, a new toy, right? A Sea-Doo or something along those lines. Save that money, get into the game, own your own house, and watch your net worth grow. That is the real-time real estate segment. Again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. We are chatting this morning with Kathleen Garito, KG Interior Design, Inc. Maybe I got it right that time. You know, I thought I was starting a new company for you.
Thank you.
I'm not sure. Most of us don't want more than what we've already got going.
One's enough.
Right? One's more than enough. So before the break, we were talking about, I was asking because I do not know anything about design. I don't even know how to spell design. And I was curious as to how often you need to be changing, you know, like I was talking because I still see, especially out in the Coachella Valley, I see a lot of those big tiles. Mm-hmm. And those are in houses that are you know, just getting rolling or being built and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me that, and we do our broadcast from our lunch and learns out there from a real nice facility. It's a Cambria Gallery. Oh, yeah. And we actually do it in the slab room.
Oh, nice.
Right. So, and now you're telling me that's outdated. How often do I have to change?
You know what? You don't want to change very often. Like when I pick up a new design client, I always ask them, first of all, what's your short and long term? You're going to be in the house 5 years, 10 years, or for life?
Okay.
If it's for life, I want to design something like the hard pieces, the kitchen, the bathrooms, the tile, the flooring, the paint color. I want to make sure that there's at least a 10 to 15 year life. So if there's something super trendy out there, I might do it in one space, but I'm not going to do it all over the house to where it ages out in about 5 years.
Gotcha.
I want to do something neutral enough. So for example, everybody's doing gray. All I hear is gray, gray, gray. Well, I'm doing more of the taupe and incorporating a little bit of the browns back because it's coming back. It's going to come back.
Okay, so you're foreseeing what the future, you're a fortune teller.
Well, no. But I'm pretty good with trends.
Okay.
So I like to, when I build something or design something, I want to make sure that that client is going to have that for the next 10, 15, maybe even 20 years.
Now, what are you doing when you're doing staging work? Do you do the same thing on staging, or are you doing more of what is really popular today?
So Staging is completely different. So
Okay.
right now with the market the way it is, we've slowed down a lot.
Right.
I'm actually going in before it goes on the market and consulting and having them do slight upgrades, carpet, flooring, maybe some enhancements, but they're not doing major things. They're not gutting out kitchens and spending $80,000. We're doing cosmetic things that are in trend today. So the buyers coming in can have that connection immediately. So yeah, maybe we'll use more of the grays and a little bit of the taupes, but we're giving them what they want to see today.
Now, I'm not sure it matters other than just from my own knowledge.
Uh-huh.
You said you're going in and doing the staging before it hits the market. But wouldn't that be always the case? I mean, what would there is a time when you do staging after it's on the market?
No, I do it all before the market.
Okay, I was wondering what that meant.
Before the staging part, before I actually physically stage it, I'm
Gotcha.
consulting to have the paint color and the remodel and all of that stuff done. Like we just did one beautiful one in Laguna Beach. And then we brought all the furniture in, and then we set up the photographer, and now this week he's doing broker preview. So
Okay.
it's all ready.
So now, so it's basically just the order of activity.
Right.
To make sure that you maximize the benefits for the sales process.
And that's a good question, because I will tell you, I get phone calls that, hey, I'm just going to do like a soft opening and I'm going to put it on the MLS, but I want you to stage in 2 weeks. I don't like doing that, because your most aggressive buyers coming in should see that pristine home.
Yeah, that seems like that would be, that's,
Right.
I'll say it, because what that is that's somebody that's trying to skip the market and skip the expense of getting it done the right way.
I say, if you have to wait 2 weeks, what is 2 weeks when you have the most amazing product on the market in 2 weeks versus just throwing something out there?
That's an agent that's just trying to skip the process, and they're not doing what's right, in my opinion, for the client.
Right. And we have to remember, only 92% of the buyers walking in don't have that design head that I have. Like I can walk in and envision things, right? I can see things.
At least I'm one of the masses.
Right. So 92% is huge.
Yeah.
So you can't have that house not pristine when you're opening it up to them, because right now we need every buyer to walk in there and see a wow factor.
Yeah, I mean, I would look at it and say that, if you put it on the market for a couple of weeks, the agent's trying to just find an easy way out, and the first impression has already been lost.
Right. Yeah.
Right. When you come in there and you see, like you said, that wow factor,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like, I got to have this because I just love the way it looks.
Right.
And I'm going to walk in there if it's not done the right way and say, I'm not even going to go back, because, I may never see it after you've done it.
And you see so many more, if it's an older home, and
Right.
there's some flaws to it, and they couldn't afford to do a lot of upgrades before they put it on the market, those buyers are going to see every flaw. And when you stage it, the eye is taken away from some of those flaws.
Sure, because you're looking at what you want them to see.
Right.
You're actually trying to direct the eye to what's important.
Correct.
As opposed to the pictures from Hawaii last year that don't stay with the house anyway.
Right. Exactly.
Right? I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, people wonder, why do I want to take my family photos down?
Right. Because you want to depersonalize it. And
Right.
the thing that they have to know.
My word is divorce.
Well,
Right? I want a home seller to divorce themselves from
correct.
their home, because that's now an asset that you're trying to liquidate.
So many times my clients are like, but I want to keep them up. And I said, well, when somebody comes through from church or your son's preschool and they say, oh, I know that family. I said, it's now not a product. It's your personal space.
Right.
And you don't want people to know that you live there. You just want them to come in and look at the product.
Sure. Fascinating. And again, that goes, here's my personal issues, so to speak, is that's what comes from somebody that knows what they're talking about and is working as a professional. I don't know that you're going to get that from any of those online services that don't ever come in and look at your house and don't really give you any consultation. Just throwing that out there as a personal opinion. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, we will be chatting more with Kathleen Garito, KG Interior Design. We might even have a couple of topics, maybe off topic. We'll get into some of that as well. Smart ways to use your tax return. Easy for me to say. Return this year. Holy cow, my tongue is tied on a Monday morning. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a few.
you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investment? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Most businesses struggle to get the online reviews they need to get a competitive edge over their competition. Rex is a brand new technology that uses text messages to direct happy clients to your online review sites, Zillow, Google, Facebook, and Yelp, and unhappy clients to a private survey, so businesses can win more customers. Try Rex today by going to www.meetrex.com. Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and DRE-NMLS 217037 and 145502 and Cal DRE 01869452 and 1866775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Word on Wealth segment today being brought to you by AskAboutReverseMortgages.com. Do you have some equity in your property? Are you over 62 years of age? Maybe the reverse mortgage is right for you. I don't know. I have my own opinions on them, but I'm educated in them. You should be too. Smart ways to use your tax refund this year. We know that the numbers are coming in, and don't let the media fool you. 17% is the number. Refunds are down on average 17%, but that has a lot to do with the fact that many of us changed our withholdings, and the tables changed for all of us at the beginning of the year following the tax modification programs. So that's a lot of the reason why. But hey, what are you going to use that money for? I'm going to give you some suggestions right here, right now. If it's not for buying that new house, how about reducing your debt? Get rid of some of those old debts. How about, we've heard so many times that most people have no emergency fund. How about putting $1,000 into an emergency fund? Maybe we got a lot of potholes in the roads. Maybe you're going to need some new tires at some point in time and you can't afford it. How about getting that emergency fund set up? Hey, how about putting some of that money into a Roth IRA and increasing the deductibles on your insurance? These are all just some special ways of doing things that might be planning for the future instead of saying, hey, you know something, I'm going out to dinner or I'm going to Cancun or whatever your favorites are. Just think about a few of these things. Maybe you use part of the money for some of the fun, part of the money, put it away and save it for that rainy day fund. Just a thought for you. That is the Word on Wealth segment again, brought to you by askaboutroversemortgages.com. Continuing our conversation this morning, Kathleen Garito, KG Interior Design, is with us. We've been talking about getting your house ready for sale. I'm talking about, I thought I was one of the unique ones, Kathleen, that I have no vision, right? And I guess now you're telling me I'm part of 92 percenters.
It's large, yeah, a large amount of people.
So it tells us that if we want to be honest, that there's a lot of people that really need your services.
Yes, yeah.
Right? I mean, if you're going to sell a house, even 92% means that probably most of the real estate professionals have no clue either. Right? Those of us that are radio guys, I mean, we've got a face for radio, so we don't have to worry about visuals too much. Lenders, I deal with a calculator there, right? So we don't have to worry about that. And you're keeping up on what's the trends going forward. Where do you find that stuff out?
I go to, we have big furniture shows every year, twice a year in Vegas. So we get to see the up and coming things, color inspiration, get to meet with our vendors, let us know what's coming, up and coming. I'm required through the American Society of Interior Designers that I have CEUs every year.
What's a CEU?
Continuing education.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I have to
I'm a simple guy.
So I love taking classes where we're learning about.
Can you take some of mine for me? Okay, I mean, you said you love it. I was going to say, if you enjoy that stuff, I wouldn't want you to be left out or feel, deprived in any way.
But just learning about new materials, fabrics, colors, trends, all of that, it's ongoing.
Nothing never changes. So you were telling me a little bit about some extracurriculars you got going on.
What's that?
Right, with some nonprofit organizations that you're working with. Tell us a little bit about that. We haven't got that from you in a while.
Awesome. Well, it's very near and dear to me. I always say, we all have gifts, and I believe in giving those gifts back. So my daughter's adopted, and I know about the foster kid program. Many years ago, they turned 18, they transitioned, and they were kind of left on the streets or not very well cared for. Now they have like a 2-year program for these young youths, and they get these apartments. Well, I had found out that they get these apartments, they get a lot of support, counseling, they go back to school, they go to get degrees, very exciting, but they're only kind of handed just a mattress. And that's really just basic stuff. And so in my heart, I know design, when your house is beautiful and it's decluttered, you perform well, you're happy in your environment. And I started getting involved with Asparanet, which was a nonprofit. Asparanet was a nonprofit.
Asparanet, okay.
And so we did 24 apartments for about 40 young youths, and we interviewed them, and, they could not look at us in the eye because they were very broken. And so we listened to what they wanted, and we designed and installed their full apartment. And when they came in, I mean, you could just see the difference in them. And finding out months later, they went back to school or they got their GED and they're just thriving. So we just started working with Furnishing Hope. Now, Furnishing Hope is also a nonprofit. Beth Phillips is the founder. She started this about 15 years ago. I don't know the whole story, but I do know that she used to do Habitat for Humanity. That's how I met her. She does apartments for vets. She'll furnish them, put them in boxes, all the product, the furnishings, the accessories, put them in boxes, and then they open them up and they decorate the apartments. Well, we just joined hands. She is now working with Orangewood, and we are going to do our first install on our first young youth on the 30th. The thing that we always need, and being in real estate, I am very thankful that people are always getting rid of stuff. So they're getting rid of furniture, carpets, artwork. They have new beginnings, so they want to get rid of everything. And we take a lot of this stuff, and this is what we decor these apartments with.
I was going to ask you because you were saying about new and beautiful, and are you using all brand new product? Or are you using things where we, I have a couch in the garage and we don't need it anymore?
And that's exactly, most of it's donated.
Okay.
It does not have to be brand new. These kiddos are so thankful by just bringing in what we bring in and do it well.
Sure.
That I mean, the place looks great. And it's all of these contributions that we get from our clients in real estate that are selling. It's either my clients that are selling their home or they're redesigning and they want to get rid of stuff.
Sure.
Or it's a lot of my real estate agents that will give me a call and send me photos. Hey, can you use this? And so then we now forward everything off to Beth. They are in need of a lot of stuff because they have so many divisions now. They're doing the vets, and now we're taking on all these young youths. And there's probably 2 divisions to that. I'm not sure yet. And I'm going to help her with that division. But I financially would love to be able to do everyone myself, but through any of these donations, it just helps us do more.
Help more for more people.
Yeah.
But do they come out and pick stuff up, or is it you have to deliver it to them, or how does it get to Beth?
They can come pick it up.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
they can come pick up the furnishing. But I just donated all of my old inventory. They came with a huge truck. They took everything, and I now know we have quite a few homes that we can take care of.
Wow.
So, and we'll make good of everything. We'll restain things. I mean, I see things in the trash, and what a little bit of spray paint looks beautiful,
But you've got that vision, and there's 92% of us that can't see that. We just see, let's get rid of it. How do I get it out of here?
Yeah, but through donations, we are changing lives every day, and it just is so exciting to see these young.
So I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you know how to get hold of them?
So Furnishing Hope, I don't have the phone number.
Okay, that's okay. What we can do is if you'll send it to me, we'll get it into the show notes.
Yes, and Beth Phillips is the CEO and founder.
Okay, and what city is that? Newport Beach?
I believe yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because they even have, I believe now, it's amazing. I've known her from the beginning, and now she's got trucks and she has a warehouse, and I think they even have a store that they sell product in, which then the proceeds go back.
Now, I'm just guessing here. It looks like 350 homes, 50 homes in 19 states. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a pretty big organization.
She's an amazing woman. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you love having great organizations come on that we can really take it and share the word with. Mm-hmm. And, I've always been a big fan of some of the different veterans organizations. So obviously when we can help veterans, they're the reason that we get to do a radio show in the morning.
Absolutely.
Right, because they've been out there and helped us. So I'm looking at Westcliff Plaza. I've driven by there a million times, never knew what it was. Uh-huh. Interesting stuff. So it sounds like it's a great organization. The 30th. So what's going on the 30th?
So on the 30th, I am going to do my first, the foster young youths.
Okay.
I'm going to do my first apartment with Beth. So we're joining hands, and I'm going to help her on that division, hopefully, and do more with her. So she has, and my team usually volunteers too. So we go in there and just blitz out the house and get it ready for this young youth to come back to a new environment.
Wow. Go check this out. I'm looking at the website. This is a really cool website. And if you look at some of the stuff in there in the facility, I don't know if this is for sale or what they're doing with it, but it's some really nice looking stuff. Of course, from the guy that has no vision. FurnishingHope.org is the website. FurnishingHope.org. Check it out. See how you can save it. There's a button over there right along the top, the third one over. Here's the one that I want you to take a look at very first. It says Ways to Give. And there's a big button that says Donate Now. So go over there. Help out a family, adopt a veteran, whoever you can help out. Go out there, and if you have time, can you use some manpower too?
Yeah, we're always looking for volunteers. I mean, they can contact me on that because we'll have the dates. I usually know a couple of weeks before.
So we'll make sure and get your contact information in the show notes as well. And if you need staging work, interior design work, if you have no vision like me, Kathleen can help you out. So we're going to get all that information right there into the show notes. And as always, we ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here every day to join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Big thanks to John, who's engineering us today, got us up and rolling, a little bit tardy, but we got it going. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Go out and I can't be seen. Tired that I tried to swim again.